Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and it is time for plant favorites. So these are some plants and planty things I loved the most in August, or like some standout things. And the first one is a plant that I actually used to hate. It's a plant I used to hate and now I love. This little wild boy here, this is a Philodendron jungle boogie. Look how wild and weird this plant is. So you can tell which way the light is. It's that way. I used to have this sitting on the edge of my desk right there, and so it leaned, the entire plant was like leaning over the pot towards the sun or towards the window. And my boyfriend noticed it the other day and he was like, look at this poor plant. So we moved it to the edge on the other side of the desk facing me. That way it'll kind of maybe hopefully lean that way towards the window. And right away, two leaves immediately turned that way, like towards the window. So philodendron do love some light, you know, and I just really love this one. Look how wild it looks growing this way. And where I have it sitting on the desk, it faces me like this, not right in my face, it's on the end. But just the way that it looks leaning over the desk this way, I just think it looks so cool. And this is a plant, I think if I didn't put my philodendron bobsea up on a stick, this is how it would be growing as well. And I would love it to grow like this, just wild and crazy and however it's gonna go. This plant did have a couple of mishaps when I got it. It had grew a new leaf, and then I dropped the plant on the floor and the new leaf cracked off. And then it grew another new leaf, and I was reaching to close the window and I hit the leaf and the leaf cracked off. And then I finally moved it from that spot and I put it on the desk, and that's when it started growing like this. And I just think it looks so cool. I think it looks cool and weird and wild. I don't have any intention of staking this. I did have a stick in here because it used to be a much smaller plant, and it was kind of holding it for a while, but then it kind of just outgrew the stick, and it's like, I'm gonna go wherever I feel like it. And I guess I could, you know, put it up on a stick and give it some support like this, but I just really like this. I love this wild shape. And the reason I hated this plant was because it wasn't doing anything. You know, there are some plants that I have, there's like a hair on my face, I could feel it. There are some plants that I have that don't do anything. They kind of sit there and they just be beautiful and I like them. But then there are some plants that don't do anything and I don't like it. And this was one of them that I was like, why don't you do anything? But then of course I broke off the two new leaves that it was trying to grow. But this is how the leaves grow. They grow kind of like a little tooth, like a saw. What's the word I'm looking for? But they grow cool, like this is what I'm trying to say. And I love it. I think it's really cool now, and I love the spot that it's in. It really just made me love it. And I love my little jungle boogie now. Sorry I ever hated you. And I did buy this online. I bought it from Cactus Club. I think it was 15 bucks. They have this on their website all the time. It arrived in great shape and decent grower if you give it some light, you know. The next plant is my Philodendron Squamiferum. I've also heard someone pronounce it Squamiferum before, and I don't like that. I like it Squamiferum. I bought this plant, or I didn't buy it, my boyfriend bought it for me because he is so nice. We went to Lowe's and I was like, I was on the hunt for that plant for a long time. Like once I had heard that Costa Farms was putting that plant out, I was picturing it to be in their like $20 ceramic pots that they do all the time for plants. That's what I was looking for all the time, and I never found it. And I went to Lowe's one day just to go look, and I was like, oh my God, they had it. It's in a bigger planter and it was $50. I think $50 was a steal for such a huge, mature, big, beautiful plant. I do have it outside in the front porch and it grows new leaves all the time. Unfortunately, I cracked one off the other day, cracked the tip right off. I don't remember what I was doing, if I was reaching over to take it out of the planter it came in because it was staying a little too wet. So I took it out of there just to kind of give it some breathing room, and I cracked the new leaf off. So it's gonna grow in kind of halfway, but the plant is so cool. The leaves are so big. They have such a beautiful shape to them. And then the stems or the petioles have like a little fuzziness to it. I know people describe it as fuzzy, but it's not fuzzy like a fuzzy fabric or a fuzzy teddy bear kind of feeling. It feels like plastic. It feels like little pieces of plastic are on the plant. It's so cool. And I just love that plant so much. I can't wait to bring it in the winter, like in the late fall, probably winter, I'll bring it in. But right now it's thriving outside and I love it. I only saw them at Lowe's the one time though. They were there, there was maybe 6 of them there. Grabbed one right away. One of you guys was there and didn't meet me there, but saw me there when I was shopping and also grabbed one right away. And I haven't seen them since. So I'm hoping they're gonna bring them back in the $20 pots because I don't know if everybody wants a huge plant like that. I love getting a big plant at a good price, and I think that was a pretty good price for that. And my boyfriend bought it for me because he's so nice. And I love it so much, so much. I want to, I think, maybe take some cuttings of it, root them, and make like some smaller ones for just around the house. But right now, oh, it's just thriving and big and beautiful, and I love it so much. It's so cool. My next favorite is actually my plant shelf that I made. So in my front room, there's a lot of plants in there. We don't hang out in that room a lot, although we do hang out in there. We like to play with the dog in there and stuff, but the TV's not in there or anything. I really just call it the front room a lot, and I was calling it the sitting room for a long time, but it's just the front room. It's got a lot of plants in it, and for a long time, I think I've shown it in videos too, there was like this round shelf in between the windows with some plants all over the floor, and it was fine, but I didn't love it like that. And my grandma bought a new shelf for this area in her living room, and she was getting rid of this other shelf, and I was like, heck yeah, I want that, but I had no idea where to put it or what to do with it. It was kind of just sitting against the wall doing nothing. And last weekend I had this idea to turn it into a plant shelf. I put it right there in front of the windows. It's amazing what moving around your furniture can do. Now I know why we move the furniture so much as kids and why my grandma moves her furniture so much. It like makes you feel like you're in a new environment, like you're in a new room, a new place. It gives you a nice refreshed feeling, and putting that shelf there with those plants, it like changed the whole room. I changed the whole room. I put different plants there. I moved them around, and I feel like it looks totally different feel. And I keep telling my boyfriend, doesn't it look so nice? Doesn't that look so nice? But I love it. It makes me feel like new and refreshed, and I love that shelf so much. I'm really glad I moved it in there. And then the last thing I want to mention is for favorite plants this month are my plants I grew from seed out in my like side yard, especially the sunflowers. Oh my goodness. So I grew some other sunflowers from seed, and I think I mentioned those in another video as well. The birds got a hold of them, ate all of them up. They're just like dead little sticks now. And the birds have now found my front plants, my bachelor's buttons that are going to seed. They're all over it. Like this morning there was about 6 of them out there. These beautiful birds with like a yellow chest. They're so pretty, but they are eating the crap out of the seeds, and I keep wanting to go collect some seeds to have for next year, and the birds are gonna get to them, I know it. Anyway, why did I tell you all of that? Oh, the sunflowers. So I love these sunflowers. I gotta remember the name of them because I wanna buy some more of them, or I wanna collect the seeds from these ones. They grow in just dark ox blood red. Oh my goodness, they are stunning. And every single morning I go out there and I look at the red ones. They're just so beautiful. Just the deepest, darkest ox blood color. They are beautiful. And then as they mature and age, it kind of fades off to the edges and it becomes just like this yellow, like really pretty faded color. They are absolutely gorgeous, and I wish I could go out there and enjoy them more, but the bumblebees love those sunflowers almost more than I do. And as much as I love bumblebees, and I hadn't seen one in years, and now we have about 3 that are out here every single day. I'm sure they're the same 3. They're all over the sunflowers, and I go to look at one and then it flies at me like, get away from my sunflower. So I have to go enjoy the sunflowers early in the morning, or only after the sun goes down when the bees are gone. But they're so gorgeous. I did cut a couple the other day and put them in a little jar on my table, and I think it looks so cute. I want to cut a couple more and kind of make a little arrangement for my coffee table in the living room because they're just so pretty. I never thought I would love sunflowers so much, but those ones, I look at them every day. They are just gorgeous. I love them so much. And there's something so rewarding about growing something from a seed. I had never grown seeds in my whole entire life, and although I grew the sunflowers in the backyard, they didn't do well. These ones are thriving so much, and it's been raining regularly here lately, so they're just like thriving away, and they're so gorgeous, and I'm so proud of myself and so proud of my little plants for doing well, and thanks to the bees for keeping them healthy. Anyway, that is it. Those are my plant things and my plant favorites, my standout stuff for the month of August. Let me know some of your favorite plant stuff for this month. I would love to know what you are loving. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss my next planty video, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.